So right now we are going to be doing a making words lesson. And Eliana, if you could show that to us. So if you have some paper, I'd like you to write the letters that you see in the pocket chart. A, D, N, S, T. If you don't have paper to write those down on, then you could get out magnetic letters if you'd like to. And then if you decide to do it on a piece of paper, I'd like you now to take a scissors and cut those letters out individually. Yep. So we're going to cut those out. You can show. So, okay. So now you should have your individual letters. And then you should have, yep, there you go. The rest of the paper that has big boxes where you're writing them. Now, if you decided not to use this sheet, then you could just be writing, we're going to be making words, you can be writing the words on a piece of paper. So you don't need to have this, do you? Okay, so I want everyone to listen to my directions, and we're going to start here. I'd like you to look at the letters in front of you, take two letters, and make the word at.
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 I'm going to put it up there.
And Eliana's going to put it up there, and we'll just take turns. Okay, check that with your fingers. Let's say the sounds. Ready? At. Awesome. So now I want you to write the word at on a piece of paper in that box. And you need those because we're going to be doing a little sort later. And you want that written down. Okay. Here we go. Take the T away. Just wait, Eliana, not you. Take the T away on your letters. And add a different letter to make the word an. I ate an apple. Let's watch Andrina do that. Go ahead up there. Take the T away and add one letter to make the word an. Great. Write that word down on your piece of paper. Go ahead. Here we go. Add a letter to an, and you can spell and. Listen to that. And. Okay, go ahead, Eliana.
So it's A-N-D.
Let's check that with our finger. Ready? And. Awesome. Write it down on your piece of paper so you have it. And Gina, write that down. Good. Now this is kind of a fun one. Now we're going to do a trick with the letters and. I want you to move the letters and around so they spell the name Dan. Dan. She's just going to move that one letter. What do you hear first? Dan. Dan, if you could give it a capital D, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
So next one. Take that D away. On your little letters.
We have little letters
and
here.
Add a letter to spell tan. Tan. Let's watch Eliana. I got a tan at the beach. Eliana, can you show me how you would separate that into parts that you know? Tan. T-an. Tan. Great.
You do bubblegum.
Write that down. Write that down.
And then you read it.
Okay, write that down on your piece of paper. Next up, we're going to go a little faster now. Let's do that little trick where we move those letters around. This is going to be Andrina's. You at home do it too. Ready? Move the letters around in tan to make ant.
Ooh, T. At the bottom.
Check it with your finger, Andrina.
Ant.
Ant. Write that down on your piece of paper so you have that word ant written down. Next word.
Words.
Let's start all over. Can you bring those letters up, girls? You can work on it together. Okay, here we go. Okay, let's make another three-letter word. Let's make the word sat.
My turn.
Make it down with your letters.
Can I go
You
first?
go up there and make it at. Check it with your finger, Eliana. At. Sat. Write it down on your paper. The boy sat down. Okay, Andrina and everyone at home, take the T away and add another letter, and you can spell sad. He was very sad. Check that with your finger, Andrina.
Add.
Everybody at home, write sad on a piece of paper.
I write sad.
Okay.
Don't forget to do
now
the
we're
letters.
going to
is
spell
fun.
a 4-letter word. Add 1 letter to sad, and you can spell sand.
Okay.
Do that at home. Andrina, make it down with your letters.
Sand.
Let's all say sand and listen for the
It's a
letter.
big word.
Yeah.
Sand.
And. Good.
Sand.
Please write sand down on your piece of paper. Sand.
Mom, I don't have any more.
Okay,
Can I
write
write
it up
that?
here. No, right here. Okay, now we're at our big word, and my girls are not going to say it, even if they think they know it.
I already
The
know.
last word in every lesson is our secret word. You're going to add that last letter, the T, to sand, but we're not going to give it to them or to your sister, Eliana.
Mom, I already know it.
Add 1 letter to sand, and you can spell another word. I'm going to look to see if you've made it with your letters down on your workspace. Let's see if you made it with your letters at home. Did you make it with your letters? Check that with your finger. Well, check that with your finger. Bring your... Drina, can you show your friends what you have? Eliana, not you.
Okay, we need a
Okay, check that with your finger, Andrina. Let's see, what would that spell? And...
Sand. Can I put my word up? Stand. Stand.
Let's see. There, that's where it needs to be. And there it is. She figured it out as soon as she saw it. That it was stand. Very good. Everyone, stand up. Now,
Stand up.
I'm just kidding. Now, I want you,
Stand up, baby.
I would like you to cut out the words that we just made. So here is our sheet. Here's our sheet. I'd like you to take the time and cut out those words. So now you can see these are all of the words that we made. Let's read them together. Andrina, can you look up there too? Okay, we have, sit down so that friends at home can see it. At, and, slow down, and, sat, sad, sand, stand, tan. And I'd like you to use your eyes, and you heard some sounds too. Using your eyes and your ears, we're going to sort them. How some of them have some things in common. That means the same. And when we listened, we heard how some of them have the same sounds. What I'd like us to do, and my girls are going to wait, is move your words around and put them into groups based on how they sound or how they look. Go ahead and do that down here with your own words before we do it with the pocket chart. Hope you are too at home moving those, trying to figure out how are some of these. I've got 2 groups over here. Eliana has 3 groups. Okay, let's see. All right, let's have Andrina go ahead and do hers first. Do you want to show us how you put yours together? Sure, you can do it up there.
I put it in mine like.
Can you move over a little bit so your friends can see you? Can you tell us how you decided to put them in groups?
Well, I decided to put them in like their own groups, like the first word in their own group, like A's first in their own group, S's first in their own group.
Okay.
T and D in their own group.
So you sorted it based on the first letter. All those had the A first, then the S, and then a T and the D. Okay, that's a great way to sort it. Eliana, how did you decide to sort it? Can you show us?
I sorted it by sound.
You just sort it by sound. Okay.
So for at, then I would do sat.
Mm-hmm. Any other
And
at
then
words?
Sat here
Uh-huh.
by itself. And then I put and.
Okay.
Sand.
Okay.
Oh, I see because sand, dan, tan, and ant.
What do all those words have, Eliana?
I'll have and.
An. I see an, ant, and, sand, stand, dan, tan. Good. So now the last thing I'd like us to do is we're going to write a sentence in our notebook. So if you could get out a piece of paper, I'd like you to pick one of the words from the words that we made today. At, sat, sad, that whole, one of those. And I'd like you to write it in a sentence. Andrina, you're going to use the word Dan. Okay, with a capital D. Okay, let's see what sentence she comes up with. And at home, you pick one of yours that you want to do. Eliana, what are you going to write? You could just use one of those words, but if you want to challenge yourself, you can use more than one of the words that we have in the pocket chart today. So it's always good to take what we learned and then put it into our writing. Okay, we're going to continue. We're going to write our word in our sentence, and we'll see you tomorrow for another making words lesson. I hope you had fun. Girls, do you want to say bye?